Alright. Unfortunately, the console is way up here. And we're gonna have to engage one or potentially both of these pods to get to it. That's a big ol' yikes. That is a big yikes. Alright, general quarters, you can in fact get to the loot in a single turn, so do that please. Crystallized meld and a superior hair trigger. I don't think the turret can see us. Maybe it can. I'm not entirely sure. Though we're gonna try to avoid the turrets. I'm not particularly interested in the turrets. So we'll get crappy sniper moved up. Again, I'm expecting to go after the sectopod first. The sectopod and the snakes. Hair trigger, free action, I believe so. I'm pretty sure that's what hair trigger does. Or at least that's what it does in base game. I think I have a mod that changes it though.
Moving out.
We'll have to check
Keep these trains running around the clock,
after the
but you'll
mission's
never see
over.
them loading
I
or
say
unloading
that,
any
I'm
cargo.
not gonna remember.
At least not where anyone
I'm
can
not gonna
see it.
remember to check when the mission is over. It's a nice thought though. Let's see. Yeah, there's still quite a ways up here, which is good. That's good. So let's go ahead and get Dark Sarah moving up. Again, we'll just... Even though we know where the enemies are, we'll take it slow. We'll take it slow.
Cover me.
Let's see. Thanosi, go ahead and move up to this car. Let's see what they're gonna do. I don't like an Archon being in an elevated position. I also don't like Mutons being in an elevated position. I hate that. I also don't like both pods basically being right on top of each other. Please, oh, god damn it. I was hoping that would not happen. That's okay, we're gonna break contact. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna break contact. Who, I know it was Crappy, right? That has the... Okay, can you give my mans some aid protocol? So he's got a little extra defense. I mean, I say a little. He's got a lot of extra defense. Okay, we still got plenty of distance. Plenty of distance.
Move into position.
And then we'll get Crappy moved up. And General Quarters, I am going to apologize in advance if you get shot as a result of this. But we need to get you out of there. Let us... I mean, they could potentially walk into visual range as early as next turn. So let's maybe not make this easy for them. Try to go around the backside.
Better keep up.
See if we can do what's called a pro gamer move. Do a little bit of flanking.
Oh, shoot. Hold this position.
Aye, General Quarters. Again, I apologize if you get hit. But we're gonna do it. How's the lamowing? The lamowing is not great so far, Faith. The first op didn't go very well. We're hoping this one's gonna go better. So you're gonna trigger that overwatch. Okay, well I was hoping that the defense would stop that from hitting you, but apparently that's what I get for thinking. Alright. We don't really have any other full cover anywhere, so I think... Because Travis has got the lone wolf, I think we'll send you over here. What exactly does that do, anyway? I need to know exactly what it is. Okay, so you just get bonuses whenever you're more distant to allies. So, you know how we get some real distance from allies?
No problem, boss.
Elevation.
Moving to Overwatch.
It'll make the taste of victory all the sweeter. I mean, you say that. You didn't see the last stop. We got XCOM'd pretty hard on the last stop. But everybody survived, so it could have been worse. Alright, boys, what are you gonna do? Of course, we're just burning turns. Jeez, it's the sectopod, just zero fucks. Sectopod is just 100% out of fucks again. Alright, I wonder, is this gonna be within visual range of the enemy?
No need to ask twice.
Only one way to find out. Looks like the answer to that question is no. Alright. I feel like that's gonna be in visual range of the turret.
Got it. Moving.
God, we are gonna get pinched on this. I can feel it. Like, I can see the pieces moving already. And, like, we are gonna get fucking pinched on this.
Come on, let's go. Come on now. Keep pushing forward.
Let's see. Thanosi, you can move up. Again, I don't like putting all of my people together like this. But we're in a very rough position in terms of tactical options. I wonder, is it maybe a better idea
Follow me.
I have an idea, Chad. I have an idea. Okay, I may not need to do what I was gonna do. So, my idea is... Depending on... Okay, so they're moving away. That's good. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to put a rocket on the Archon pod. And we're just gonna trigger him now, and we'll take him out. Because the objective is right here. As long as we do this quickly, we should be able to make some moves here. So first and foremost, let us... See, I don't know if I'm gonna see them from here. Like, if I move forward, it says I don't see them no matter what. But I don't know, like, see, this is the wonky thing. Only just discovered the band Hailstorm. Nice to hear a rock band with a female singer. Yeah, you don't hear that very much. You don't hear that very much. And when you do, it's usually like emo rock. Can a remote have the objective, right? Maybe. We have to be able to see it, is the problem. Like, we have to have visual of it, like a clear line of sight, which we don't currently have. Nice seeing no carrion. Hydration income. Oh yeah. Water is good, Chad. Always remember to drink your water. It's good for you. But the issue that we're dealing with is because of the wonky way that this sitrep works, like, technically, even though we can see these guys, we can't see these guys. So, like, I can move all the way up here, and it doesn't register as me seeing them because as far as the game is concerned, we don't have a visual. So that's kind of the weird thing about this, is like I want to move up here, but I'm afraid that if I do, we're going to make visual contact with this enemy, and we're not going to be in position to do anything about it. Then again, fuck it.
Whatever you say.
When in Australia, do like the Australians would do. Okay, so they are gonna move. That's to be expected. Alright. Now I do have the ability to just lay into these mofos. And thankfully Travis does have Shredder on their weapon, so that's even better. If I were to put a rocket down here, you don't have the extra explosive radius. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Gyro quarters. What are you packing here? Besides at least 6 inches. Let me see. Can I... Magic Pixel, please? Magic Pixel? Can I have the Magic Pixel? XCOM? Is that it? No. Nope, there's no Magic Pixel. Okay. So I think we're gonna have to go for these two instead. Where's the objective? I need to make sure we don't blow up the objective, because that would be bad. And I feel like this will blow up the objective. I mean, it doesn't say that it will. I'm gonna save first, chat. I'm gonna save first, just in case. Alright, let's do it.
Put an end to your sad story.
Okay, we did not destroy the objective. Outstanding. Although there's a lot of fire around the objective, which could potentially be a problem. Alright, EW, I think now is the time for you to rock and rolla. Let's see, chip away, we could remove armor. Or we could go for the archive. I think we chip away on this dude because it's full damage. Starting a street fight in Sydney is a pretty Aussie thing to do. That's why I figured I would let you do it, Travis, because like if anybody was gonna do it, if anybody was gonna start a fight at the train station in a back alley in Sydney, I mean, who else? Who else was on your bingo card for that? Mared indeed. Alright, shotgun. Actually, you know what? Fuck it.
Running and gunning.
We are running and gunning, boys.
I'm all over it. We've got the objective in sight.
We do indeed.
Commander,
Oh,
we have
that's on top.
confirmation of the exposed access point.
That is unfortunate. I can hack the workstation. It doesn't count as ending the turn. Okay, we need to take the shot. That's why I did the run and gun, okay? Bear with me. I know what the interface says. I don't trust it because I've already been XCOM'd multiple times today.
System infiltration in progress.
Alright. Nothing happens if we fail. Avenger scanning times reduced by 50% for 4 weeks. That's really good. Research time on current tech, i.e. plasma weapons, reduced by 50%. Chat, I don't give a damn if we have even the remotest glimmer of a hope of getting this. We have to take the chance. We have to take the chance. Imagine cutting 10 days off of plasma research. That is too good not to do it. Been trying to find the name of a band I really dig. It's similar to Hailstorm. You'd probably like it. I can't find them to save my life. I swear they're called Sliver. And they've got a great female lead singer and are rock/stoner rock. Krabby, if you were ever gonna succeed, I mean, look, Jotun succeeded on a 1% roll. I feel like that was all the luck we're ever gonna get on hack rolls, Chad. But we have to try. And after I just said that, my man rolls a fucking 100. Rolls a 100 on a 25% chance. Crappy sniper. Give this man an award. Hashtag nailed that shit. Outstanding. Not only got the 1% hack, but just took 10 days. Just took 10 days off of plasma weapons. Outstanding. Outstanding. And completed the objective.
We've confirmed successful acquisition of the advent.
Now all we gotta do is kill all these donkeys, which is something that we know we can handle. Now, Crappy. Chad, remember how that wasn't supposed to end the turn? You know what? I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain. I'll take that outcome. I will take that outcome. Alright, so we can do 8 to 11 damage, or we can fire the rocket launcher. The launcher. Can we magic pixel this and hit both? I don't think we can. Alright, so I think we take the 8 to 11. We got an 82% chance. That's... I don't like how close we could potentially fail that. But let's take the shot anyway. Oh, good shit. Good shit, Travis. With the big roll. With the big damage. My man. Out here putting in the work. Alright, who do we got left? We got Dark Sarah, and we got the Nosy. So... in the interest of not getting our man shot in the back, I hope this is not in visual range of the turret. Please don't be in visual range of the turret.
Confirmed.
Shit. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. But it technically says you're not flanked. I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to take the risk. Now, if we take the shot, that's only 72. If we walk fire, we spend a little more ammo, but it goes up to 96% chance. I will absolutely take that to get this guy off the board, but I don't think we're going to do enough damage to do it. So, instead, maybe we just take the roll. Again, as long as we get a full hit and not a graze, it's a kill. The band is Royal Thunder. Their song Time Machine is what introduced me to them. Absolute rockers. I'll check it out, Fate. I'm always interested in more music. I mean, I'm not a music buff, but I always like to listen to good music. Alright. Let's take the 72. Thanosi, you got this. I believe. I believe. I shouldn't have believed, Chet. I should not have believed. My faith was not rewarded. Alright. Dark Sarah. Now seems like an outstanding time for you to do that pro gamer move that we were talking about.
Yeah.
And let's give this donkey the business.
Now that's a heavy weapon.
He dodged it, but guess what, doofus? You're still on fire anyway. Is our man's gonna take a hit? Yes, probably. But that's okay. That's okay. We knew it was gonna happen. We knew we were gonna take some hits. And thankfully, the muton is not gonna throw a grenade because we're danger close on his buddy. Nine armor. Good lord. Oh, well. I think it's officially go time now, chat. It is officially go time now. It is officially go time. Shit just got real. Dark Sarah, I think you're actually just fine where you are. So give our friend another little light toasting.
I'm a juggernaut.
EW, my friend. I know that you are not invincible, but you have 9 fucking armor and it is time to put it to use. Alright, what do we got? We got Snake, we got Muton, we got Archon, we got Snake. Somehow we can't see the Sectopod, but the Sectopod is about to Kool-Aid Man his way through that train. So we're gonna be seeing him very shortly. I am tempted to put a rocket right over here and try to get them both, but it's not gonna let me. What? No. God damn it. What about a grenade? If I get a grenade, I can get them both. I can get them both. Just thinking. Just thinking. Alright, hold on. We'll come back to that, chat. We'll come back to that. The first thing we need to do is get Crappy the fuck out of here. So that's a sprint. We don't want to sprint. We're not going to take an attack of opportunity, are we? Hopefully not. Okay, we're not. Outstanding. There we go. Get our mans out of there. General quarters. You got a guided rocket. You love to see it. And hey, would you look at that? We don't have to worry about the objective anymore, do we? Better save just in case. Again, XCOM gonna XCOM. But I think a guided rocket to hit 3 enemies is A-okay in my book. Cause friend... God damn it. So we do have to not destroy the console for some stupid reason. I have no idea why. Why does the console matter? We already did the thing. Chat, do we just try it anyway? I'm gonna try it anyway. Because we already downloaded the data, so theoretically it shouldn't matter if we blow it up. But that's why I say yes. Take fall damage, nerd. Okay, it does not matter. Outstanding. The no-see, you are up. If I move you here, you've got a shot on one snake. If I move you here, you've got a shot on a muton. But from here, the snake is flanked. I like this shot better. Take the shot, buddy. You got this. Outstanding. You love to see it.
I'm running low on ammo.
Alright. So we got a snake that's flanked. We got a muton that's not. Overdrive. Give the snake the business.
Outside down.
Go ahead and slap in that free reload. Work time for me. Alright, great figure. Well, as always, thanks for joining us on a Saturday. Hopefully you had a good time. And I wish you the best of luck at work. As always, I hope it goes quickly and uneventfully so that you can get back to enjoying your weekend. And in that vein, I hope you have an outstanding rest of your weekend as well. I promise I'm going to try not to get anybody else killed. Alright, let's see. We got this shot. As long as we don't roll minimum damage, we're good. So EW, this all rests on you, buddy. Okay, well that was not good, but he's also on fire. So that should finish the job for us next turn. In the meantime, I'm gonna have Crappy heal himself. Go ahead and use that med kit. And then next turn, that Sectopod is gonna Kool-Aid Man through the wall. And when he does, we are gonna be ready for him. As a matter of fact, I can take this shot now. Let's do it.
That armor's tough.
And there's the burn damage. Outstanding. Oh, he's doing his Well, now I'm kind of glad that I went ahead and healed up Crappy. He's doing his LeBron James impression.
They're shooting at me.
Yeah, that's a thing that's gonna happen, buddy. Anyone else find it weird? Medkits look like they're just spraying deodorant. I mean, are you denying the healing properties of Axe body spray? Axe is not to be trifled with. I hear it turns you into a sexual god. I don't know, I've never used it. It's just what I hear.
Rolling.
Here's what we're gonna do. Give him the business, Crappy. Give him the business. Oh yeah, good shit. Good shit. Alright, general quarters, you don't have a lot of great moves because your mobility is kind of shit. But we can still get you in visual range, which is the important thing. So put the damage on target. Good shit. We're doing well, we're doing well. How many we got left? EW? Sure. Take the shot, buddy. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know what the explosive radius on this thing is. Well, I guess we're about to find out. Not big enough.
Good kill. Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the
There you
area
go,
is
chat.
secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
There you go. That's how an operation should be done. We got the loot, we killed the A's, and we accomplished the objective. Operation Goat Shell. Turns out goat meant the goat, because that's what this team was. This team was goated. Alright, let's see what we got. Look at that. Look at this. Fucking power pose here. General Quarters picking up the MVP. 3 kills, 58 damage, hit all of his shots, including the rocket launcher shots. And he was the one to pick up the loot. Gotta get that hot loot, chat. Gotta get that hot loot. Duality of the stream. First mission's a complete clusterfuck. The second mission is smooth. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. That's usually how it goes. Let's see. We got Travis as well. Didn't get any kills officially, but hit all their shots. And also, for some reason, moved the least amount of tiles. But you know what? That elevated position put in work. That was good. That was good. See, what it was is Travis went in like they already... It was home field advantage. Like he already knew what to do. Like he knew everything. Like he knew the place like the back of his hand. And he was just like, I got this. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Then we got Thanosi. Missed one of his shots, but that's okay. Again, Thanosi was out there still dealing some damage, still helping the team. Never gonna bag on somebody who was out there helping. I am more aware than most that being the support player is not a position that gets you all the glory, but by God, I will recognize the people that helped bring home the victory. You helped bring home the W. Then we got Dark Sarah as well, hit all their shots, did some decent movement, picked up a kill with only 13 damage, apparently the lowest damage out of everybody on the squad this time around. But again, the flamethrower is like an area denial weapon, so you know what? You roasted a muton, and that's good because it stopped that muton from throwing a grenade. And then we got our man's EW out here hitting all of his shots, putting that herd down range. 23 damage dealt for 2 kills, and also picked up the kill on that sectopod, so can't complain about that. Crappy sniper, his ninja vanish photo. Don't get the wrong idea. We're gonna get him put back in his Bush Wookiee suit soon enough, but unfortunately it kind of messed him up. Like, I'm distracted by the war suit. I'm not used to seeing Travis looking like that. Anyway, good job, Crap. Good job. You took the risks. You made the moves. We had a successful operation. You love to fucking see it. It's true to the work to make society just a bit better for everyone. A local supermarket in the US stocked like 6 boxes by accident. I bought them out and they keep reshelving them. They now have a small shelf devoted to them, trying to spread the good word. Outstanding. Outstanding. I mean, Tim Tams are great. Like, Travis is also at fault for me eating Tim Tams. Because, at least I think it was Travis. You didn't get to use the shredder gun. That's true, Crappy. Don't worry, though. You'll get your chance. As long as you're using the war suit, you'll get your chance. Like, we had so many explosives. Like, not everybody was going to get to use the fireworks. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Travis that had brought up Tim Tams during a BRB. Now, this is like a month or 2 ago now. But like, somebody had brought up Tim Tams during a BRB, and I had never heard of them before. And then everybody in chat was like, oh my god, you gotta try Tim Tams, they're so good. And then, like, I got some, I didn't even realize, like, apparently my grocery store has been stocking them for years, and I didn't even know that because, like, if you've ever seen Tim Tams, it's very subdued packaging. Like, it's very nondescript packaging. You, like, yeah, you can see a Tim Tam when you know what you're looking for. But if you've never had them and you're not looking for them, you could overlook those things forever. And that's exactly what I did. Like, I've been overlooking them for years, even though they've been staring me right in the face. Like, every time I go to the grocery store, I walk down the aisle where the Tim Tams are, and I had just, like, again, it's just a brown package that says Tim Tams. I would never have bought the product based on that. Like, it's a marketing problem. It's a marketing problem is what it is. If they just put a picture of a Tim Tam on the packet, I would have bought them. I would have been like, oh, that looks good. Let me try it out. But they didn't. But yeah, so I had the Tim Tams. Man, I crushed up Tim Tams and put them on a cheesecake that I got as leftovers from Thanksgiving. I'm the same. I am a full convert to the Church of Tim Tam. Full convert. Devoted follower.
All Advent gene therapy clinics will be closed tomorrow for equipment upgrades.
Man,
Initial
Operation
reports that the
Goat
suspension of
Shell.
services were the result of dissident activity have
There we go. 2 promotions, and, I mean, not too bad on the wounds. Crappy's gonna be out for about a week, but that's okay. I mean, he got hit, and then he healed himself, and then he got hit again. I think he deserves some time in the infirmary. Although he's gonna have a hard time finding beds, because, the infirmary's a little busy these days. But there we go. We got our superior hair trigger. Reaction fire deals 3 damage. And then we got all the corpses and stuff. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Hello, Commander.
So there's our 200 supplies, and we countered the infestation, so we don't have to worry about chrysalids in random missions now. Many moons ago, I went to a LEGO event in Denmark with some other Aussies. We brought along a staggering amount and handed them out to everyone. They all remembered the Aussies and the Tim Tams. As you should. I mean, if you ever want to make an impression, the best way to do it is to give out free food. Like, I don't care who you are, I don't care where you are. Like, if you are ever visiting anywhere, like, and I learned this doing traveling for, like, the conventions and traveling for work and stuff. Like, I've said before, I've never left the country, but I have left, like, I've been all over the United States. And the one thing that I have learned is that if you bring, like, local foods, stuff that you can't get outside of, like, where you live, if you just give out free food, everybody's gonna remember you. Everybody will remember you. But yeah, now, like, here's my thing about the Tim Tams. Like, the only Tim Tams that my local HEB sells are the regular, like, just the original. And there's nothing wrong with original Tim Tams. But I know there's a lot of other kinds of Tim Tams, and I want to try them. And it makes me sad that I can't get anything locally beyond just the regular ones. So now I'm kind of tempted to, like, go to Amazon and get other flavors of Tim Tams. But anyway, Optimus Prime is also happy with us. Optimus Prime is happy with us. Which is good. You always like to make Optimus Prime happy. Alright, chat, let's have a look at these promotions. What do we got? We got Dark Sarah. Is Dark Sarah out there? I know they were here earlier in the stream, but I think they said they had to go. Dark Sarah, are you still there? I don't know. If so, now is the time to tab back in. In the meantime, we know that the other person who got the promotion was Travis, who's still relatively green. They've only made it up to Lance Corporal. But that's okay. That's okay. So Travis, I know you're there because I can see you out here trying to convert more people to the Church of Tim Tam. So now is the time for you to choose your promotion. And again, Dark Sarah, if you're out there, now is the time to hop back in the chat so you can do yours as well. Let's see, at the corporal rank for Gunner, you have Suppressing Fire, which is something we've seen a bunch of times. We know what Suppressing Fire is. Then you have Resilience. Enemy attacks against you suffer a minus 50 penalty to critical hits. So good defensive skill. And then under the Commando, you have gain a plus 10 bonus to dodge. Once per turn, you can parry a melee attack and counterattack with your own melee weapon if equipped. So those are your choices, Travis. I know you wanted to go down the commando tree for more knife play. We're gonna have to, if we're gonna have you using a knife, we're definitely gonna have to spend some time and some resources to upgrade our melee weapons, because right now you're still stuck on the base level knife. Commando one sounds pretty good. Alright, combatives. Actually, that's not a terrible skill because it looks like the +10 to dodge is just a flat passive upgrade. Like, you get the counterattack, but I think you just get a flat +10 to dodge, so that's not bad. And actually, you have 10 AP at the moment, so you could afford one of the other 4 abilities that are available. Let's see, in addition to the 2 that we talked about, Suppressive Fire and Resilience, back on the Lance Corporal tree, you also have Steady Hands. If you did not move, you gain +10 aim and critical chance. And Deep Cover, if you didn't take any offensive actions, you hunker down automatically. Of course, you don't have to spend the points, but if you would like one of those abilities, you can now afford them. Save the points, alright. And let's see, did Dark Sarah ever check back in? I saw him in the chat, but I think they may be lurking. They might be busy with other stuff. So, chat, I think that means you guys are going to have to make the decision. So let's see. So far, they've been going entirely down the hotshot tree, which is the pistol tree. Let's see. If we're going to do that, we have, from the Pioneer tree, Pioneer being the flamethrower tree, we have Specialized Counter Agent. Canister's bonus ability does more damage to targets immune to the Chemthrower's normal damage type. So, okay, hold on. If I'm understanding that, because I don't have any of the mods that add other damage types. So when they say Chemthrower, they mean flamethrower. And when they say canister, they mean explosive canister. There are no other damage types currently. Again, I don't have the mods that add other damage types. So basically, if an enemy is immune to fire but not explosive, then the explosive canister will do more damage to enemies that are immune to fire, is basically what that skill means, if I'm understanding it correctly. Let's see, then you have, under the hotshot category, is Nightmare, where you gain +20 aim and +20 crit chance when attacking uncovered targets that do not see you. So this pairs with stuff like Nightfall. So Nightfall is basically you enter a state of concealment with reduced detection radius for 2 turns. So Nightmare seems like it wouldn't be very useful, but when you pair it with Nightfall and the pistol tree, it can actually be really good. So basically, if you enter Nightfall concealment and then you run up on somebody when they can't see you, then you get that extra aim and critical chance. And then under the officer tree, which again, not a huge thing because we're not using the holo targeter. However, combat presence is basically just teamwork, but for anybody. Combat presence allows you, God bless it, allows you to grant an extra action to a squad mate. Now, I don't know if that's like a one-time deal or what, but it's basically teamwork that you can use on anybody. And I think it's a one-time per battle thing. I could be wrong. Because typically, like if it doesn't list a cooldown, then that means it's a limited use. And usually it's 1 unless it tells you more. It's cooldown based, not charge. Okay, outstanding. Then it doesn't list the cooldown, but I'm okay with it. It's in line of sight, if I remember correctly. I mean, either way, the ability to give teamwork to anybody I can see is still an outstanding ability. So chat, you know the drill. 1, 2, or 3 in chat to let me know which skill you think we should get for Dark Sarah. Again, we have Specialized Counter Agent, which increases damage from the canister against enemies that are immune to the flamethrower. We have Nightmare that grants increased aim and critical chance against enemies that can't see us. And then we have Combat Presence that allows us to grant an extra action to a squad mate. I think the 3s have it. Honestly, it's not even close. It's not even close. It's definitely 3. All right, Combat Presence it is. All right, there we go. Outstanding. You love to see it. So that is our promotions out of the way. Let's have a look at tell me. Expand the event queue. Oh, look at that, chat. Look at that. Plasma rifle in 11 days. That was 20 days when we started. Before we started the last mission. Now it's 11 days. That all by itself. Like, I don't give a shit what happened in the rest of that mission. That 1% hack roll from Crappy made the whole mission worth it. I would have been happy with any roll that succeeded, but he was like, nah, I'm gonna knock that shit out of the park. He was swinging for the fences on that one. So, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain at all. Alright, chat, let's see. It's almost 6 hours, but you know what? I feel like playing some more. So I think what we'll do, and we did this on another stream recently, so I think what we'll do, chat, is we will continue to play until we get to the next operation, and then that way, when we start the next stream, we'll have an operation that we can jump right into at the very beginning, start things off with some action. So, let's get back to the Geoscape, chat. Let's have a look at what's going on. Alright, because of the mission, it says, Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in New Chile have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. So we could potentially head out to Chile in order to get some alien alloys and crystals. That wouldn't be a bad idea. We are currently running a little bit low on alien alloys. And with plasma weapons coming up, we're gonna need more of both. Ben, I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure if I want to start raiding people on the stream, because I like to close out my streams with a positive message for folks, and I know that, like, if you're in on a raid, that sometimes it'll bump you out early, but I have some folks up on my thing, so I can go and check once we get to that part of the stream, but we'll burn out.
The time has come.
And so have I. And speaking of raids, Hamster of Wrath coming in with a big time raid. Good to see you, Hamster and Raiders, as always. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday as we are playing some XCOM 2. We're always glad to have you. Let's see, you know what I gotta do? I gotta give my man's Hamster a shout out in the chat for dropping by. Let's see, what were you guys playing? Oh, playing some Star Sector this time around. Well, I assume, like everybody else, you're playing Star Sector with Nexrelin, right? Like there's really only one way to play Star Sector. But anyway, thank you, Hamster and Raiders, for the big time raid. So tell me about Star Sector today, Hamster. Tell me how things were going. Let me know what you were doing. I do love me some Star Sector. I've said before, I like Star Sector. It's just I'm terrible at the ship combat in the game. So my every campaign that I play in Star Sector is just me trying to avoid combat as much as possible because I absolutely suck at it. Then, you know, I know what I should be doing is going into combat and getting my ass kicked so that I can get better at it, but I fear failure. But tell me about your adventures in Star Sector, Hamster, and again, Raiders from Hamster Stream. welcome in to the XCOM 2. And again, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Maria Miran, and I play all sorts of tactical and strategy games. We are currently working our way through a modded campaign of XCOM 2, where we just got off of a successful operation, and we're gonna be playing for a little bit more, but we're getting close to the end of the stream, but that's okay. We'll keep you entertained and take care of you for as long as you decide to stick around. You can also run simulations for that. Look, Ben, simulations aren't as good as a real thing. No, that's a joke. I understand. No, I always forget that, though, because I'm always, like, midway through a campaign, and I'm like, I don't want to go sit in the simulator for that. Got beaten up by the Luddic Church, and my alliance kept declaring war on everyone, so everyone hates us. The combat's a bit bendy, you need a ship that suits your playstyle. This is true, and maybe that's what it is. I've had other people tell me that before, that like, it's not necessarily that I'm bad at the ship combat, it's just I haven't really found a ship that suits my kind of playstyle, and that's definitely the case. Like, if you guys have ever seen me play, like, Mech Warrior or Battletech or, well, anything really, my preferred strategy is, well, it's what I call the Texas blowjob, which is essentially where you get as close as you possibly can and deliver as much damage as you possibly can. It's a long story about why I call it what I call it, but the short version is, I like to envision myself as a shotgun, and that's the way that my play strategy goes in most games. Ship is a short-range bullet hose, all weapons on auto-fire, aim ship at enemy dies, or you do. Yeah, see, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm all about that. All about that, hamster. That's my kind of ship combat. Sounds like Hamster's Star Sector run is very English. I mean, that would be fitting, wouldn't it? Who, if not Hamster, to play Star Sector like the English? Listen, it's very simple, right? I'm gonna explain this for everybody in the chat that isn't from the Commonwealth, doesn't have experience dealing with folks from the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth, in general, has one rule. If it doesn't already have a flag on it, it's up for grabs. It's a simple rule, but so many people don't know that, and like, that's the thing. If you want to keep away the British, it's really easy, just like plant a flag on it. And I mean, that's, and so some people are like, oh, well, it's more complicated. Listen, I understand that a lot of countries back in the day didn't have flags, and so right, that's the other thing. Also make sure there's no tea. So, like, you know how if you have oil, you always have to, like, be careful because if America finds out, they're gonna invade you? It's kind of the same thing with the British and tea. Like, if they find out you have tea, it's on. Like, even if you have a flag, it just, now. The British are coming. And not like that. So just be aware. Like, if you have the tea, as an American, I recommend just throwing it in the harbor, you know? Like, if you have tea for your own safety, just, like, find the nearest body of water. Actually, you know what? Don't do that, because then it turns the whole body of water into tea. I can see now why that led to war. Suddenly the Revolutionary War makes a whole lot more sense. God, how could we be so stupid? I can't believe nobody's figured it out before now. Well, shit. Anyway, thanks for joining us, Hamster. Thanks for bringing your people over. Hopefully you guys had a good time in Star Sector. I know it can be a little rough sometimes, but again, like most of the games I play, I am a firm believer that challenge is what makes games fun. And so as a direct result of that, I like to, as I always say, make the best of a bad situation. And I see a yes now. Hydration income. Yeah, that's the joke, Serene. The British stole the spices from the entire world, and I mean, I have heard people, Commonwealth folks, British folks, say, oh no, don't worry about the salt and pepper, that's too spicy for me. I don't know if they were joking, but they waved me away with the salt and pepper. So I assume at least part of them was serious. Always bet on stupid. It's the only sure bet. You're not wrong, Tiga. Anyway, let's get... You guys are distracting me. You guys are very good at that. But let's get back to this. Let's see. We were just finishing up the operation here. There is a UFO flying around somewhere, but we haven't been able to see it recently. So I think now is a good time to try to get as many points of contact in as we can. Now, we were very close to finishing this old XCOM signal where we might get some prototype equipment. Weapons grade distraction, it's for dinner. Again, you guys, if any of y'all have been around for an extended period, well, even if you've been around for a little while, you know, I have the gift of gab. I could do this all day. I could just sit here and run my mouth for 6 hours and would never run out of stuff to talk about. And I know that there are some folks in my chat that would be happy if I did that, but I also know that the vast majority of people would not be. So, I am easily distracted. Please, whatever you do, try not to bring anything shiny into the stream. It just makes the whole situation worse. There's a reason that I love giant robots, and it's not because of the fireworks, it's mostly because shiny and stompy. I'm easy to please. I can't help it, it's who I am. Anyway, I'm gonna try to finish up this XCOM signal, and then we will see if we can get ourselves some alien supplies, because again, we're only 11 days away from plasma weaponry, and we're gonna need a lot of alien alloys and crystals in order to build the plasma weapons. So, we got a lot of needs and not a lot of supply of those needs. Bring all the shinies into stream. Understood. Ven, don't you tempt me. Oh, crap. There's... No. Stop. Okay. Hold up. The UFO is back, chat. I went full pucker there for just a second, because I thought, like, when this popped up, I thought it was because the UFO was attacking us, and I went full pucker. Alright, here we go. Old XCOM signal. Tracing a signal once used by XCOM during the invasion, we found an underground bunker, apparently an off-site research lab. The facility is deserted, and plasma impacts score the walls. The defenders seem to have been armed with equipment on par to the aliens' own designs, and among the fallen troopers who died during the facility's last stand, we found an item that is still undamaged. Prototype plasma rifle. Outstanding. Now let us get the F out, like, right now.
Setting course for West
Because
Asia.
I don't want this freaking UFO to come after us again. So we're gonna go to Reaper HQ. And then we will consider heading over to Chile, where they have the alien alloys and the Illyrium crystals. Because those are the supplies we're gonna need to start building more power armor and plasma weapons. But I guess first, we gotta go check out the new toy, right? I do hear that chicks dig diet. Well, I mean, I can't speak for all chicks liking giant robots, T-Gap, but I can say that I like giant robots. Quite a lot, as a matter of fact. Gonna need a replacement right arm before the end of 2025. Never damage from falling into a bonfire. Oh, good lord. I'm sorry to hear that, Dragon Master, but, I mean, when you say replacement right arm, is that like... Are you being serious, or is that just, they're gonna have to take your arm off? Because either way, that's not good news, obviously, but, always sorry to hear that. Just need a British accented pilot. I mean, I could try to do a British accent, but it's gonna be gross. I don't want to make anybody in the chat sick, and I'm pretty sure that I would make people sick if I tried that, so I'm not gonna do that. I have a hard enough time with English. I'm not gonna try the King's English. Let's see. Let's go check out the new toy. We got a brand new prototype plasma rifle. So if we were gonna give it to anybody, chat, who gets the plasma rifle? I mean, we don't actually have that many people using a basic rifle. Well, again, Dragon Master, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, hopefully you're not living in the United States, because the United States has a laughable healthcare system. But either way, I mean, I know it doesn't mean much in the era of thoughts and prayers, but, you know, I do hate to hear about that when anybody's going through something like that. Just know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not the end of the line, it's just the end of this chapter of your life. It's not the end of your life, it's just the end of this chapter. And you know, the phrase that I use often when things seem like they're as bad as they can possibly be is, in the end, it's gonna be all right. So if it's not all right, it's not the end. Just know that you can recover from that, and so I'm again, and I know we got some folks from Hamster streaming here, and I apologize for getting derailed on the whole thing, but I'm one of my weaknesses is empathy, and I understand what it's like to go through tough times. I'm coming off of some tough times myself. So I will share with you guys, and I'm not going to go into details because I'm not trying to dox myself. But I worked on a little visual novel, but one of the things that I did as part of that project was to sit down and talk with people who had disabilities similar to the ones that the characters in the game had. And one of the through lines from all of the folks that, you know, there were people that had been missing limbs, that had either lost them in life or had been born without them entirely. One of the through lines for all of the folks that had suffered through those types of things was the strength of character to not let that be the defining moment of their life. And I think that's very important for anyone. It's a phenomenon very, very similar to what writer Jason Pargin once referred to as the black line. The phenomenon that everybody has in their life, what they consider the dividing line in their life. And to you, everything will have happened either before that or after that. It's an event that defines you. But letting that event define you is your own decision. And letting that event determine who you are is a decision that only you can make. So the only thing that I can say to you, you know, getting ready to go through some tough times is we're not defined by the things that happen to us. We're defined by the way that we overcome them, or don't, as is sometimes the case. And that's a philosophy that I've tried to live my life by. Is, you know, it's not about what you go through, it's about how you come out the other side. So, that's the best advice that I can offer. Hopefully it helps. If not, I apologize. I mean, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a doctor, but I have gone through some tough times in my life, as I'm sure that everyone has. And I can't possibly imagine what's going through your head or how you're feeling at the moment. But I do hope that you will come out the other side better and stronger than you were. That's the only succor that I can offer. And hopefully that helps. Travis says you worked on that. I might have just played through that last week. I mean, Travis, you probably played through it last week because we were talking about it on the Discord recently. Because somebody, I forget who, somebody had brought it up. Quite good at mocking Bula with his Liverpool accent. Anyway, sorry to get heavy, chat, but I like to take those moments to kind of just, you know, talk with people. Because I know it can be rough sometimes when you have those kinds of things. And, you know, it feels like maybe you don't have anybody to talk to. You don't know what to say. I know those times can be tough. So sometimes just having a place where you can talk about it is all you need. So it's a fight I will win. Thank you. Well, absolutely, Dragon Master, and that is the right mentality. Just keep your chin up, keep a stiff upper lip, and like I said, just know that Only you decide whether or not that's going to be the defining event of your life. And more importantly, you decide how that event is going to define you. So, I hope that you will come out the other side a better and stronger person than you were going in. That's all we can ever hope for in situations like that. Been shot, had the good fortune of being covered by Union Insurance. Number one, I don't want to know why you got shot. And number two, I'm curious if you being shot had something to do with you being in a union. But we won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. Anyway, chat, let's get back to the geoscape. I apologize for going off. Oh no, wait, we were gonna check out the plasma rifle. My bad. I got distracted. Like I said, I'm easily distracted. Let's check out this prototype plasma rifle. Who actually uses a rifle in the squad? Sierra uses a rifle. Let's see what this thing looks like. Prototype plasma rifle. Well, Sierra, if you don't mind, could you like straighten out your posture a little bit, buddy? You're not making this glam cam easy, my friend. Alright, let's find somebody who's actually standing up straight. There we go. Look at that. Look at this. Power pose. Power pose. Elijah knows what's up. Alright, let's have a look at this rifle. Alright, let's see. Alright. That's actually looking pretty cool. I like it. Because it looks like one of the old school plasma rifles, but then they just, like, started shoving bits and pieces in it until it worked again. I'm good with it. I like it, chat. I like it. Alright. Well, there we go. Now we have one plasma rifle, which is funny when you think about it because we just got the thing that decreased the amount of time. So pretty soon, everybody's gonna have a plasma rifle. So it's a good omen, chat. It's a portent of things to come. Now, let's see. Let's get over to Chile, and let's see if we can get ourselves some materials in preparation for that plasma. Because it's going to be good when it happens. It's going to be good. Let's see. Training complete. Look at... Oh, man, look at that. Rogue got the big roll. He got +3 mobility, chat. Hold on a second. Okay, first of all, we got to put somebody else in. Let's see. Croyd has already gone on a... Who is tired? EW's tired? Alright. EW, well, shit. EW's not in the chat. Who is in the chat right now? Let's go by seniority. Serini, I know I just saw you out there. Past 12 a.m. here, gotta sleep, have a great stream, and night. You too, Hamster, get yourself some sleep. Clearly you worked hard for it, but as always, thanks for dropping by, thanks for hanging out with us for a little while, and I do hope you have an outstanding rest of your weekend. And again, for any of the folks that are also sticking around from Hamster Stream, we're going to be playing for a little bit longer, so if you want to stick around and play some more XCOM 2 with us, feel free. Otherwise, we will bid you a good evening as with Hamster. So, Hamster, go get you some sleep, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, I saw Serini in the chat for the briefest of moments, but then I haven't seen him for a hot minute. Serini, are you out there? Better speak up, or we're gonna move on. Because I can see Vin in chat right now, and he's right underneath you. So you better speak up now. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't give Vin the conditioning because he hasn't been on an op in a while. He's been laid up in the infirmary. So maybe we put somebody else in. So I guess the next person on the list would be Thanosi. And they actually just got off an op. So, Thanosi, are you out there in the chat? Probably not. I know they were here a little while ago, but I know they're normally lurking. They're not super active in chat. Come on, Thanosi, if you're out there, let me check. Let me see. Let me at them. Okay, it says they're still in the chat. It says they're still in the chat. Nothing? Alright. Well then, Travis, that means you're up. You are up, my friend. And I know you're there. Or at least you better be there. I just saw you like 2 minutes ago. Yes, we know. Okay, this is only gonna take 4 days. Travis, where you at, buddy? Now is the time. Now is the time. Man, nobody is saying anything in chat. I'm gonna do this all myself. Oh, there he is. There he is, finally. Alright, Travis. We have worked our way down the roster, and you are up for physical conditioning. If you don't know what that means, I'm sure you do, but if you don't, and for the folks that don't in the chat, basically we can upgrade every one of our soldiers. We can give them a single upgrade, which will upgrade one of their stats and give them some extra ability points, and occasionally an ability as well. So, Travis, you are up, and it's up to you to decide which stat you would like to increase. If you're curious, this box right here in the middle on the right side of the screen tells you what your stats currently are. Keep in mind that any pluses or minuses are a result of your equipment. It is the numbers in white that are your base stats that will be modified. So it's up to you what you want to do. Personally, I would recommend either mobility or dodge, just because that's always what I recommend. In your case, I think dodge would be a good fit, because you already have 21 dodge, which is a really high dodge. Like, most people average out at like 10 to 15 dodge. You are sitting at 21, and you're still relatively low rank. So if that stat continues to increase at the rate that it's going up, dodge could be a good pick for you. Mobility is always good because it just lets you run farther. Health is also good if you want to take damage. You're already sitting at 72 aim, again, as a relatively low rank soldier. So you could do aim if you really want to, but I think it will be of limited value because your stats are going to continue to increase as you level up. So aim will go up with time, and since yours is already a little higher than average, I don't know, I mean, it's up to you if you want to double down on it, but ultimately it's your call. Mobility is about where most people will top out. Most classes will they will max out around 15, 16, 17. "14 is good, but obviously more is better. Lets you run farther, gives you more tactical options. So again, it's your call, whichever you prefer. I don't know why you're getting -1 to mobility right now. It might be because of injury. I'm not 100% sure. But you gotta decide fast. Otherwise, dodge then, don't want to be counter-stat. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what we can do. It's your call. Is that your final answer? Dodge then. Outstanding. Alright. So you are in for the training. That will take 4 days, and in the meantime, we will go back to the geoscape, and we will pass some more time. Let's see if we can get ourselves some alien materials.
I'm glad to see our joint effort paid off like we hoped.
Alright, covert operation is complete, and Yas now has increased their combat intelligence. So let's see what else is up. Oh, you know what? Chat, we have the supplies. We have the supplies. We can finally make it happen. We can finally make it happen, chat. I will absolutely spend 25 supplies to rekindle Ernst and Rose relationship. And it'll only take 5 days. This is a no-brainer for me, chat.
Covert is our specialty.
We haven't had the opportunity. We haven't had the opportunity to send these two on an operation very much. But yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, so yes, now I know you're just getting here recently. But Tribal Typhoon was insistent that we get you some higher combat intelligence so that we can get you the psychic training. And so now that we've done that, we might as well get you put in here, right? Put you in for the psionic grading. So this will get you to a level 3 psychic, which is not the highest level that you can be, but it's still good. It's still good. I don't know if or when we will run into another opportunity to increase your combat intelligence, but we're just feeding into the meme here, how Yasnau is basically just the greatest, like, Yasnau is basically the big boss of XCOM 2. Like, the greatest soldier that has ever lived. So we're just like, you know what? Fuck it, let's give her psychic powers too. So let's go ahead and get them the psychic grading. And then after that, it's honeymoon time. Well, whenever Tribal Typhoon gets out of the infirmary. Alright, let's see. What's coming up in the list? We got a supply drop in 6 days. Plasma rifle in 6 days. We got training coming up for Travis. We got the Illyrium core in less than a day. Chat, we're making moves. We're making moves. Alright, there's our Illyrium core assembly. Let's get back to research and development. We still don't have enough to make the Psi armor, which is disappointing. Again, we're running low on alloys. We could make another warsuit, but again, that's 10 alloys and 5 crystals. We really need to be saving our resources for plasma weapons. So I think what we'll do instead, we can either do field research for intel, or we could do another Illyrium core assembly. We could also do alloys. The problem is everything else costs resources, whereas the crew tasks only take time. I mean, we're running a little low on alloys, but we're gonna need cores for everything. So I think we just do another Illyrium core. And we'll let them continue doing that. Alright, back to the geoscape once again. And there's the training for Travis. Look at that. Getting +4 dodge and +12 ability points. So who's going in next? I mean, we got a whole lot of folks that are ready to go in. I didn't see any of the other folks that were ready or that we were thinking about, so we could put in Ven. Let's see. If we do Ven, oh, damn, that's going to take him 8 days. Let me see. If we were to do, say, Jotun, that's going to take 8 days. Okay, so I think it has to do with the level of the soldier. So if that's the case, then maybe we need to be starting at the bottom of the list. Because it seems like all the folks at the top, yeah, like 11 days for Croyd. And Croyd is one of our highest level soldiers. Whereas, like, if we do Grendler, who's only a corporal, it's only going to take 5 days for them. Yeah, I think we start low. If we can increase the stats of our lower level soldiers, then that will make them able to catch up to the higher level folks a little faster. So, I guess we start at the bottom. Grendler. 5 days. Alright. Have we seen Grendler in chat at all? I feel like I haven't. No, it says they're still out there. Well, Grendler, you have a minute or so to pipe up about your conditioning. Otherwise, we're gonna make the decision for you, chat. So let's see. Just thinking about it. I mean, being a sniper, aim is one of the few times, like as a sniper class, aim is one of the few times that I would recommend doing that. Mobility is also good for a sniper because obviously the ability to reposition is important. Defense is another good stat. The thing about snipers is they're more often than not going to be in a place where they're at elevation, which means they're more visible to enemies, which means you're going to be getting shot at. Defense can help with that. Not a lot, but it's still something. Oh, well, there we go. I see Grendler in chat now. So then the question is, Grendler, for your physical training, you can train one stat, and these are your stats here in the center of the right-hand section of the screen. But yeah, physical conditioning, we can only do it once, but I'll leave it up to you to decide which skill you would like to train. But decide quickly, or we will let the fates decide for you. Again, if you don't know a lot about XCOM and you're looking for my recommendations as a sniper, I would recommend either aim, mobility, or defense. But it's your decision. HP. Okay, I mean, that's a weird pick. Are you absolutely sure? The reason I ask is that you're at a low level already and you already have 9 HP, which is pretty high for a low level soldier. Not my recommendation, but it is your character. Mobility? Okay, that's a better pick. Are you sure? Is that your final answer? It might not be his final answer, chat. He's taking a second to answer. He's thinking hard about it. Okay, he says that's his final answer. Alright, mobility for the sniper. Alright, so we got 3 days. 3 days on the plasma rifle, chat. We are almost there. We are almost there. So close. I can taste the ecto cooler. I mean, I say it's ecto cooler. The plasma is green, so I imagine that it tastes like ecto cooler. How long is a chat delay? I mean, by default, it's like 2 or 3 seconds, but it seems like it's a little bit longer than that because of the stream delay. Not just for me, but to your transmission, to like when it actually gets to you. So I would say it could be as high as 5 to 7 seconds. It's a pretty hefty delay, but that I can't do anything about that just because that's a Twitch thing. So basically, whenever you see it pop up on the screen, like over here, that's how you know the delay. Probably tastes like burning. Yeah, it probably does. God damn it.
We have the position of a vulnerable UFO that's set down in this region. If we move fast,
well, the UFO keeps chasing us, but I think it might have just landed. Alright, chat. I told you before, I was gonna play until the next operation popped up. And the next operation has popped up. So, this is good though. This is an opportunity for us to go in. So this is, if you guys remember from the original new XCOM, this is very similar to those missions. Or, for example, like if you play Xenonauts, where you go in and like, the more intact the UFO is, the more resources you get. So this is actually a really good opportunity for us to get some of those crystals and the alien alloys that we're gonna need, because plasma weapons is gonna finish up in just a day or two. And we're going to need a lot of resources to buy up the weapons that we're going to need. So this could actually be a really big benefit for us. This could be a huge get. So we're going to leave it there for now. The UFO mission is right up here. But we're going to go back to the Avenger. And as promised, Chet, I'm going to bring the stream to a close here. I wanted to get to another operation so that when we come in on the next stream, like before, we'll be able to come in and immediately get to the action and start kicking some Lamau ass. So let me double check. The barracks. Oh yeah, look at this. Compared to the way the barracks was looking at the beginning of the stream, with everybody being laid up for days or weeks, like we've got a couple of people training. We got Tribal Typhoon still coming back from his wounds, but he just needs a couple more hours. So basically, Tribal Typhoon and Yes Now are about to both come out of what they're doing in a couple of hours. And as soon as they do, man, it's time for that long-awaited honeymoon. I have been promising Yes Now and Tribal Typhoon this fucking honeymoon for like 3 or 4 weeks now. And I feel so goddamn bad that like every time I'm like, as soon as this happens, we're gonna send them out. And then something happens and one of them gets hurt or some bullshit like that, and then we have to postpone it. Man, they have been waiting on this fucking honeymoon for so long, and they deserve it. They deserve it. They have earned it. They have put it off and it's like during the pandemic. Like if you had any friends that were getting married or anything during the pandemic, and like every time they would try to schedule it and something would happen, and like it's like that. We're just like, every time it pops up, they're getting ready to start, then something happens. So yeah, 2 hours for Tribal, 6 hours for Yes Now. It's happening, chat. Next stream is happening. It is happening. Hope the honeymoon gets ambushed. I mean, listen. Don't give Friend Aid too much credit. Don't forget, he's a ghost. He's a ghost. Like me, like Megas, Friend Aid is just an angry, jealous voice in the walls that you occasionally hear when you're sleeping, and that every once in a while watches you while you have sex. It's not a big deal. It's just, it's like wallpaper, you know? After a while, no matter how bad it looks, you just ignore it. After, it just blends into the background. You know what I mean? So don't worry about it. Just ignore him. Just ignore it. No, don't call Ghostbusters. I swear to God, if I end up inside of one of those boxes, oh, you better believe that's a Padlet. If you're in the walls, are you the eighth wonder? Listen, Travis, I don't need you putting that kind of juju on me, alright? Anyway, so we're gonna make that honeymoon happen, chat. No matter what, I'll fucking, even if it's the Lamau apocalypse, we're making this honeymoon happen. We are making it happen. It's been too long coming. The phrasing was a little off on that one. It's been postponed long enough. We're making this honeymoon happen, chat. In addition to that, I mean, what else do we got going on? We got plasma rifles in less than 2 days. What else is coming? We got a supply drop in about 2 days, and we got an alien UFO raid coming up. So I would say we are teed up for an action-packed beginning of next stream. I think it's gonna be good. We started off on a little bit of a rough patch, chat. We started off on a rough patch, but we managed to bring it back. We managed to run it back. We had an outstanding second operation. It went much better than I expected, especially considering the enemies that we were up against. So I think the team is doing well. And then once we get the plasma rifles, we're gonna be at the highest level that we can be, not only for armor, but also for damage. So that's been the thing that's kind of been hurting us the last couple of ops, is we can tank the damage, but we're not killing the enemies fast enough. Once we make the upgrade to the plasma weapons, we'll be able to do more damage, and we'll be able to take those enemies off the field faster. And so some of those giant health bars that we've been having to deal with are gonna seem a lot less intimidating. So we're doing good, chat. We're doing good. I'm not gonna do something stupid like jinx the whole fucking run by saying that we're gonna be done with this playthrough in like 2 or 3 streams. I definitely wouldn't say anything stupid like that. But we're in the end game now, chat. We're in the end game. So with that being said, let's drop a hard save. Let's drop a manual save. As you do. Let's see. What am I gonna call this one? I'm running out of things to put down as my save names, chat. Let me see. I'll look to chat. Oh, well, there we go. I don't even know what that means. I don't want to think about it either. Honeymoon probable. Honeymoon guarantee. Look, you can write that shit down, alright? Yes, now, and Tribal Typhoon, I'm telling you right now, you can write this shit down, you can take it to the bank. I'll give a fuck if the Avenger is crashing from the sky. We are putting parachutes on you, and we are dropping you over Fiji. By God, come hell or high water, one way or another, this fucking honeymoon is happening. I guarantee it. I will make sure it happens. Trust and believe, chat. Trust and believe. You are a ghost. Does that mean you can ghost dig through walls? No glory hole required. Travis, why'd you have to go and make it weird? Why'd you have to go and make it weird? You guys are gross, you know that? Chat, it's a joke. I've said it 1,000 times. We're all degenerates here. Myself included. You lot, you fucking donkeys, have yet to say or do anything that has truly disgusted me. Now, don't get the wrong idea. That's not a challenge. I'm not telling you to try. I'm just saying, don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay to be a freak and let your freak flag fly. I don't care. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So just, it's fine. It's fine. Just like we talked about at the beginning of the stream, it wouldn't kill you to bathe a little more often. That's all I'm gonna listen. I'm not trying to be your mom. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. You do you. You do you. But not like that. But like, just more than 1 bath a month. It's just like maybe 2 showers a month. Like just plenty of water. It's fine. Just 2 showers a month. Start there, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Anyway, chat. No. I mean, 2 showers a day is good. Like, I would be okay with you guys if you took 2 showers a day, but like, y'all are stinky, so I'll settle for 2 a month. 2 a month is good enough for now. It's a starting point. It's a starting point. Anyway, chat. Enough talk about you stinky donkeys. What say we start up the music, and we will bring the stream to a close for another week. We will close the book. We will close the book on the Alamau Menace for another week until we come back to finish what we started. Well, I say finish what we're going to continue to try to finish what we started. Our level of success is yet to be determined. So I want to thank you guys for coming to hang out with me on a Saturday for some more XCOM 2. Again, the world is a roller coaster of challenges, and we don't all have a lot of time on this planet. So I want to thank you for coming to hang out with me and hang out with the community, and of course, for making this another outstanding stream. There's a million places you could have been, a million things you could have been doing, but you chose to spend some of that time here with us, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Whether you spent 5 minutes or 5 hours here, know that every single one of those minutes is precious, and I appreciate them. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making this community what it is, and thank you for spending your time here and making it another great stream on a Saturday. And of course, I want to remind you here at the end, like I always do, that your life has value, and that the world is a better place with you in it. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. And I'll see you next time.